Now this is set up just in variable wattage mode. I do not have it set up in any of the other stuff. I have tried it. I didn't really notice a great deal of difference, but that's more for the cons. Welcome to another episode of the Friday Vape Club. As always, your host Squidly Tris, back for another review for you. Today we are looking at something that is not a pod kit, it's not a mouth to lung. It is the Innokin Coolfire Z80. So this thing here is a kit. It comes with the battery section. It comes with the Zenith II tank on top. You get two different coils with it. Now the cool thing about this is it does have some different technology, stuff that I'm not used to, stuff that will prolong the life of your coil. It's kind of different. We'll say that this was gifted to me for the purposes of this review from Innokin, so thank you very much Innokin, and that is why you will see the paid promotion on this review. Now I did not get paid for this review, I must reiterate that. It was simply the gift of this, and being that YouTube is what it is, I thought I better let you guys know that I did not receive any financial benefit, just the device. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive down, we're going to take a very quick look around this thing, and then we'll jump back up top here and I will give you my final thoughts on this, the pros, the cons, the price, and if I think this is the best or the worst device ever. So stick around and watch this video. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button for me. Do not forget to smash that like button. Drop a comment down below. Do you think that we need all this additional stuff in devices, or are you just happy with a go button? Let me know your thoughts. All right, let's get into this. All right, here we have a closer look at the Innokin Coolfire Z80. Let's talk about this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some specifications on the screen right here and we'll talk about this. So on top is the Zenith II tank. You've got, I couldn't find anywhere that told me the capacity of this. So I'm guessing anywhere between 2 and 5 mils, depending on the coil that you use. But you do get a plethora of different coil options in here, ranging all the way from like a 0.2 or 0.3 all the way up to like a 1 ohm or something like that. They are made by Phil Basado and Dimitri, or they've had some input, so there's some pretty decent coils. Up the top here, you've got this really interesting top fill system, right? It doesn't screw on, it just slides. You have a locking feature here, and then you turn it this way to unlock it. You have a grommet, and you put the tip of your bottle in there and fill it up, slide it back, job done. Pretty interesting. Drip tip, removable. This is a 510 drip tip. It does pop off and you can get different options. This is one that I chose, more of a direct lung 510 than the mouth to lung option that they give you, which is also, I should say it's Ultim, not a big fan. The coils on the inside, pretty decent coils. Get some nice wicking ports both in the chimney section and on the coil itself. And then you've got your airflow. The airflow in this configuration is fully open, single airflow slot, more of a Cyclops style airflow than anything else. And this is more for your direct lung. Now, as you turn the AFC and shut it off, you'll be able to see that I'm getting some little holes. So this now becomes your mouth to lung setup. It really restricts the airflow into the base here. Now if you do prefer a little bit more of an open direct lung with your mouth to lung, you can start to open up a little bit like so. So you can really tailor your mouth to lung to how you really enjoy it. I found that fully open with the direct lung coil has been absolutely amazing. Underneath the tank, usual stuff. You got a floating 510 pin. Now this base plate does screw off and you just plug and play your coils on the inside. There's nothing really to this tank. It's a pretty straightforward standard sub-ohm tank. It just looks a little bit different. I do like the design, I do like the look. It's pretty cool. It's not something that you usually see. And here we have the Coolfire Z80. So this is a single 18650 device. It is capable of 6 to 80 watts, which is a lot of power for a single 18650. The chassis is zinc alloy, and you do get different materials for here. So I think there's a suede, there's a leather, there's some other stuff depending on the colorway. Up the top here, you do have a gold-plated 510 pin. Running down the front here is your fire button, which leads you into your screen. Everything you need on the screen, it is there. You do have to hold the up or down button for a little bit till it flashes, and then it goes up and down in 0.5 increments. I'll leave that on 26. Usual stuff, puff counter right there, which you can reset. I just reset it a couple of minutes ago. Very simple to do. There's a combination of a few different keys. Now to get into the menu system, you want to hold the up and down button together, and then you can go into your menu system. So the first thing here is this FO, and what this feature does is it alternates the current that goes between the coil, and it's supposed to make the flavor better, and it's supposed to make the coil last longer. In the power settings here, you can go from variable voltage to variable wattage. That's where you go for that. You do have the refresh, and what the refresh does is it runs about 40% wattage through your coils with an alternating current, and it gets more liquid into the coil, which allows for greater flavor. You also have settings in here, and then you've got exit. That's it in a nutshell. Pretty decent. You do have USB-C charging. Underneath here is your battery door. You need some nails to get in here. It unscrews pretty securely, and that's what it looks like on the inside. So you've got some orientation on the inside there. Got some venting there as well for your battery. Pretty straightforward. Some branding down the side there. Look at that. The Coolfire Z80, and then you've got Innokin on that side. All in all, a very decent little device. Very comfortable to hold. I cannot reiterate how comfy this is. It's just a very ergonomic design, set up for your trigger fire quite nicely. So now we've had a look around this, let's take a look at the packaging. This is the packaging that you receive your Innokin in. So you can see a picture on the front. You've got this nice recyclable cardboard. Innokin Coolfire with the Zenith II tank. There you go. And that's all the information on the back. Not a lot to it, just a nice cardboard box. You also get the signatures of Phil and Dimitri, so you know that they had some input. It's not just marketing. When you open it up, this is what you'll get. So you'll get the Zenith here, you'll get the Coolfire here, you do get a spare glass section right there. And let's take a look at what else is in here. You do get the Ultim 510 drip tip, which was pre-installed into the Zenith. I just changed it out. You get a USB-C charging cable. You get the 0.8 ohm mouth to lung coil. Again, this was pre-installed. I removed it for the 0.3 ohm. I found I just wanted to try this in direct lung. Innokin usually makes some pretty good direct lung stuff, but it looks like a pretty nice, decent little coil. It's got some cutaways on the bottom here because there is only one way to install your coil, so it's a plug and play. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I don't need to run you guys through this. You do get some warnings and safety pamphlet, booklet, I don't know what you want to call that. And you do get a Coolfire user manual, which is a poster style pull-out manual. The Innokin Coolfire Z80 with the Zenith II tank. Let's jump back up top. Let's do pros, cons, price, and if I would give this the best or the worst device ever. Okay, so there we had a quick look around the Innokin Coolfire Z80. Sounds like a car, doesn't it? The Coolfire Z80. It's like something that Nissan would have. I just bought a car. What is it? It's the new Nissan Coolfire Z80. Full douche mode activated right there. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it for a vape. I have got the 0.35 coil in here. I have got it at 26 watts because that's what I enjoy. Some favorite liquid on the inside. Let's push the go button and see how she fires. Works, push the button and it works. Now this is set up just in variable wattage mode. I do not have it set up in any of the other stuff. I have tried it. I didn't really notice a great deal of difference, but that's more for the cons. So let's talk about the pros and the cons, shall we? First pro for this is I really dig the looks. I think this is a really good looking device. It's all black. You get this awesome feel here. This is leather, so you get this really nice feel in the palm of your hand. The fire button is very nicely situated. It's very stealthy, very, very light, and just fits in the palm of the hand nicely. I do like the coils that they give you. So they give you a mouth to lung, they give you a direct lung. I've been just using the direct lung, and it's been very, very nice. So with the airflow, you get two different options. You get the wide open, fully wide open with this Cyclops style, but then as you turn the AFC, you get these little dots, little single dots, which make the airflow really constricted and allow you to have that mouth to lung experience from this sub-ohm tank. The coils that they provide, as I said, are very, very nice. They come from a collaboration with Phil Basato and Dimitri. Those guys know what they're doing. They've been in the industry a fair while, so they are gonna have some really good input and insight into what makes a really good flavorful coil. And let me tell you, these coils do not disappoint in that aspect. And the other cool thing I like about this, and it's very, very simple, is the top fill system. It's a slide and turn top fill system. So you slide it over, you get a grommet here, and you turn it back. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was kind of cool. The only thing that sort of bothered me slightly is you're not going to be able to take that top section off, or if you can, I certainly haven't been able to do it. So I don't know how cleaning is going to go with this. I generally like to pull everything apart, then clean it under some warm water, but I don't know if I can do that given I can't get this top section off. That to me is not really a con, because I'm sure that people smarter than me have done it. Maybe. I don't know. So let's talk about the cons now, shall we? So there really wasn't many cons for this for me when using it. Like I said, I've only been using it really in the variable wattage mode, and for me, it is perfect. I really like it. It does have these other things that go on with it. So you've got this feature called refresh mode, and that powers the coil at like 40% wattage. It keeps that coil moist. I tried it. I didn't really notice anything different, so I can't attest to whether it works or not. And the other one is this FO Tech, and I'll read what it says from their website here. It's the primary mode on the interface. The FO feature extends the life of the coil and boosts flavor by using alternating current to produce a waveform that runs continuously while you vape. This is made possible by sending an electrical output in 2 different directions across the coil in a much more precise and effective way. It gives you some general hertz that you need frequency wise for whichever coil that you're using. Now, I did try this feature out. It sounded different when I was vaping it. I couldn't tell whether I got a boost in flavor. I can't tell you whether it's going to boost the coil life because it's been 2 weeks of using this and I'm still using the same coil. So I guess coil life's going to last you 2+ weeks. So I couldn't tell whether it was good or whether it works. Now, the con for this, do we need all this stuff in here? I know that you give me the option of power, wattage, voltage versus all this stuff. How about just releasing one or the other? Given the choice of just power, I'm just going to use power. And I think most people generally will. Most people are not going to, try all this new technology, or they might try it and then go back to variable wattage. I'm just a regular vapor like most people. So I can't attest to whether this is good or not. Why do we need all this stuff in devices? Why can't we just have a device that has really good flavor and just uses variable wattage, which is exactly what I'm getting from this. I don't need all the bells and whistles. I just need something that works, that looks good, that has great flavor, and it's gonna, last. So that's my only kind of con, which isn't really a con when you think about it. So let's talk about price, shall we? Price. What is the Innokin Coolfire Z80? Gonna set you back. A little bit of Google foo around the internet, and I found it in the States for $50. I couldn't find it anywhere here in Australia, so keep your eyes and ears peeled to your favorite online and brick and mortar stores, because I'm sure they will stock them very, very soon. Now, if I had to give this thing a rating out of best device ever, worst device ever, nothing in between, just best or worst, I am going to give it the best category because it looks great, the flavor's spot on, easy to fill, simple, sleek, and in variable wattage mode, it just works a treat. So I've been enjoying using it. And that's all I've really got for you guys. Drop a comment down below. Tell me, do you need all the bells and whistles on your device, or are you happy with just variable wattage? I'm really keen to understand the audience and what you guys want, because yeah, I don't think we need it, but I could be the outlier here. So drop a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. That's all I've got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoy it. Like always, please like, please share, please subscribe. And remember, YouTube, keep it cloudy.